the agents join us later. Hi, good morning. Hi, Ten George, Realty. Good. It's a nice Monday morning. I hope you had a nice weekend. It was the Super Bowl weekend. I watched a little bit of it, but it was not as exciting as I expected. And the first half was kind of dull, and finally the Seahawks won, but it was not very interesting. But anyway. My son had a good time. They had good friends coming to the house and watch, so that was good. Well, I hope you had a nice weekend too, and the weather was really nice, really nice in the 80s and really good for like going out and door knocking and things like that. And February is always a good month to do marketing and to do to go out and drum up your business. So yeah, you use the good time and hopefully you can have some good leads and a good marketing. Okay. All right, then then we have Marie as our affiliate spotlight today. But before that, I would like to introduce the other affiliates. And let's begin with Angie Tang from First American Title. Angie, good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Hi, Ten. Angie Tang, First American Title. I wanted to talk about Owner's Portal today. I don't know if I mentioned it fully last time, but Peter, what I'll do is I'll send you our flyer on Owner's Portal. That way you can get a better understanding of it. So I had a client this morning. We closed a transaction for them, and the buyer wanted to make sure that the policy, she would have a copy of the policy, and we told her that there's an owner's portal where we will help them manage their property. So as long as they live in that property. So she asked me, does it expire? I said, no, it doesn't expire unless you change ownership of that title. Just like the title policy. Policies go forever until you actually sell the property or change ownership of the title. So owner's portal, what it does is it just helps monitor the new owners of the property against any fraud or anything that looks suspicious. And we do that free of charge. There's no monthly fees. It comes with the title policy, our Eagles owner's policy. So it's a very good added benefit to our clients. The other thing I want to talk about is farming, because Peter mentioned it earlier about farming and right now how great of a time it is to go marketing and door knocking. Keep in mind, Sandy Franco from our home warranty division has those door knocking hangers, the little baggies, chapstick, whatever you may need to drop off for each of the homes nearby your targeted farm. So if you don't know the farm area, you want to learn a little bit more about how to pick that niche market, we're here to help you grow your business. Angie Tang, First American Title. Thanks, Peter.
Angie, yeah, good. Thank you, Angie. You mentioned about the owner's portal. Is it just for those people who have title with your company?
Yeah, it's only for First American Title policy holders.
Okay. And Angie, I have a question too. You know,
Yes.
How we talk about if you change your title, then if you change your title, then your policy can expire. But what happens if an individual takes their title and transfers it to the trust? Does that still apply?
That still applies for the Eagle homeowners policy. You would just let us know. We would either add an endorsement for $100, but I think trust is exempt from that because it just comes with it because the owners are the same. But I think there's an added feature with the Eagles policy where you can add that, like switching it over into a trust or into an LLC. Then you just pay an extra $100 to First American, and then they ensure that new ownership. It has to be the same owners.
You've had that title. Like, does it matter how long you've had the title?
No, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
It doesn't matter.
Thank you.
And then keep in mind, FinCEN starts March, so things are going to change, especially with accommodations, because some accommodation deeds, like moving it into a trust, and there's no escrow, no nothing, could be flagged for FinCEN. So a lot of title companies are not going to be able to help with that because of the FinCEN part of it, because it's going to get tagged for FinCEN, even though there's no money involved, it still gets tagged for FinCEN.
You know what? I never thought about.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, because
we never thought about. I forgot about. We don't do accommodations, so it doesn't really apply to us. But just when people start to call in, I think that's now.
Yeah, it's going to be very important that you tell them, because even if they go through like a doc preparer, it's going to get flagged for FinCEN because you're moving it from, individual to trust, and even if it's zero money involved.
And I wonder what happens if someone transfer title and they don't do FinCEN. What are the repercussions?
Oh, I don't know. That's the government. I think they're gonna come after them sometime sooner or later. I don't know how
Right.
long.
So I say that for the agents because a
Yeah.
lot of times, with the agents, your clients are asking you to prepare documents or get them prepared. And if you participate in that transfer and FinCEN is an issue, that agent could be on the hook for that because you're the professional at leading that.
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah.
something we need to talk to our agents about.
Yeah.
So Angie, if most of the title company don't do any accommodation recording, then who will do it?
The doc preparer company. There's a doc preparer company,
Oh,
or there's the attorneys that can also do it, but usually they're a little bit more expensive. So the doc preparer, but even if a doc preparer does it, it still can cause some issues because one, your taxes can get reassessed, right? Or
Mhm.
two, you get tagged for FinCEN, and if you don't follow protocol for FinCEN, then you're big
Yeah.
problem.
Yeah, you go along with them, but I don't.
Yeah.
I don't do very much. We refer people to DocuSign. I'm to DocPro, like doc signing companies. We don't do it. But my other thing is, I don't think doc preparers actually file the documents. They prepare them and they send the clients to
Yeah.
individuals to record it. So
Yeah.
I
So
think it would be
the
on the
basic
client.
exactly. The important step is to record it. You record the document. Doing the document is no problem. Anybody can do that. Attorney or the escrow company can do it. But recording, now you're saying that they don't do the accommodation recording. So who will do it? They will have
They
problems
have to
later.
go to the county to record
Yeah, they'll
them.
have to do it for the county directly because I think even with the
Oh,
document
directly?
preparation companies, the client has to take it down to record. Most docu preparing companies don't record it.
Oh wow,
It's
that's
gonna be
bad.
very problematic.
Yeah.
Oh no. Okay. Well, thank you. Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
Yeah.
Great
Thank you
seeing
very
you
much.
guys. Thank
All
you.
right. Okay, next we have Nancy Chen from Lawyer's Title. Nancy, good morning. Hey, you have to unmute.
I got it. I got it.
Mhm.
Hello, everybody. Nancy Chan, Lawyer's Title. Farming. Action, activities. You got to have an action plan. You got to plan your activities. Number one is to let us know what you want, what area, what is your goals. And that's how you start. If you don't have a plan, it's difficult. And also, piggyback on what Angie was saying, FinCEN is going to be a issue. But as far as the change of ownership, once you change your ownership on the homeowner's policy, that's what Angie calls the Eagle policy, but the real technical name is the homeowner's policy. Even if you have a trust, it should be exempt from losing the title policy. But if it's 5 and up, the homeowner's policy only goes to 1 to 4.
Mm.
If it goes from 5 to up, apartment, I've had people lost their policy and there's a problem, they don't get, you can't file a claim with the title company. So that's when you call the title company, you prepare the document, the title company that insure you will issue an extra endorsement, less than 200, I think. But you need to have them record it. You can't record it yourself. Because if they have to insure you, title company records it, then they give you endorsement. All right. So this is something that most people don't understand. People buy this apartment, they put it in their LLC, they put it in the trust. LLC, of course, you lose the policy, but a trust, you still have to get an endorsement, also the LLC. So that's a little more in depth of what we just mentioned. So call me if any problems. I do have escrows don't do documents anymore. I think now it's up to the attorneys because doc preparers are not aware of the FinCEN. That's not their expertise.
Wow.
So
Interesting.
yeah, it is very interesting. We're in interesting times.
Yeah.
And I think the most important thing that they try to do for FinCEN, besides laundering money, Peter, they're collecting data.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely.
They're all collecting data. That's one of the most important things.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, okay. We cannot hear you. Nancy, we cannot hear you.
Sound like you disconnected.
No, I just dropped my phone.
Oh.
Okay,
now
I gotta
you.
go. Yeah. So
Okay.
thank you, George Realty. Thank you, Peter. Thank you, Michelle. Everybody, have a good one. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Nancy.
Thank you, Nancy. Appreciate
Bye-bye.
it. Yeah, have a nice day.
I will. Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye-bye. All right. Now we come to our spotlight, affiliate spotlight today. Mary from Contempo Escrow. Mary, go ahead.
Good morning, everyone. So I don't know. I think we've decided that we're going to move from our mobile home class today because I really want to have my conversation when we have a lot of the agents because mobile homes are moving in such a different direction. It's no longer about affordability or, where people are moving. People are downsizing. We have fire victims. We have people for affordability reasons that mobile homes are just becoming really, really popular. But the dynamics of how transactions are changing are something I really want to talk to you guys about. So Peter, if it's okay, we will reschedule the appointment or I can come in and we can really have the class. Because I think it's important. The rules are changing. Mobile home price points are changing. Mobile homes have always had a stigma, as everyone knows. And that's why a lot of agents stayed away from them. But now mobile homes are, it's kind of starting off like real estate. They're 250,000, they're 300,000 in El Monte, in Monrovia. Well, Monrovia is higher, but El Monte, West Covina, those areas are $300,000, and your commissions are $17,000. So they're no longer the cheap thing to do, but they are different. They're a different animal. As Michelle and I talked about it, she's done them before, but the dynamics of mobile homes are constantly changing. So we will reserve that class for the mobile homes in a couple weeks. But I wanted to piggyback on everyone on farming. I think Peter was when he stated that it's just a matter of getting out there and farming. This is a great month. February is one of those months. It's really easy to farm because the Dollar Tree is your friend. If Sandy has those baggies, I have pens and notepads. Dollar Tree has hearts and chocolate candy for $25, $30. You can go and put all these cute little things together for your clients and get them out there. They're conversation pieces. For my male agents, get your wives to help your daughters, your nieces, and just do really cute things, or go to TikTok. Because it's just that month of love. So people are going to be in a better spirit for receiving things of that nature, and attaches your name to it. Anything I can do to help, if you have listing appointments and you need net sheets, please feel free to call me. We're all here for you guys. We're a bag of information. I've been a part of the Coldwell Banker family for almost 15 years now. So use us. We're here for you. We want you to succeed, and we're definitely in a changing market. I think FinCEN is going to, it's going to be a little chaotic, a lot of chaotic. How about that? But I think it will, like every other change in the real estate market, it's going to iron itself out. So we just have to stay diligent, patient with each other. It's going to be, even us with escrow, we're a little afraid of it, but not really. But it's going to be a challenge. So, have a great week. Anything you need, I'm here. I'm a phone call away. Have a happy week, and anything you need, feel free to call us.
Okay. Thank you, Mary.
Yeah.
We'll definitely schedule a lunch and learn with you. I think in the beginning of March, a couple of weeks from now. And I'm sure that you have a lot of very useful information for us for the mobile homes. So we're looking forward to that. All right. Any question for Mary at this time? Any person want to pitch the listing or anything, or want to speak? We have a lot of time today. Whether you have anything to say? Oh, but okay. All right. Okay. Well, as you know, we don't have a lunch learn this Wednesday, but next Wednesday we'll have a very important lunch and learn. Will be from a corporate counsel, Brian Smith, and this is like the annual thing that he comes to talk to us about risk management, and he's a very very knowledgeable corporate attorney specializing in real estate. So every time he speaks, we have good attendance. So next Wednesday should be no exception. And they will be at I think it's at 10 o'clock, right?
No,
Oh,
it's at noon.
At noon, yeah, at
Yeah,
noon.
it's at noon. We
At
start,
noon, yeah, we
yeah.
have lunch, but we provide light lunch and will be lunch and learn. And he will be here in person. So if you want to talk to him in person, just come to the training room on next Wednesday. Okay. And on Friday we'll continue with the second session on RPA and also the new forms and change forms that were released December of 2025. Michelle will be in charge of that, and we'll have a lot of good information for you. So come to the training on Friday. And it's always good to come in person because then you'll be more interactive. Okay. All right. Any questions? Any comments? Anything that you want to speak about? Everybody's so quiet today. Okay, if not, then I'll. Okay,
Peter, hi.
Sylvia, go ahead.
Just wanted to let you guys know, I don't know if you guys heard on the news last week on Wednesday, there was a fire on Vista Del Mar in Hollywood. A house burned down, and it happens to be one of my friends from Mexico City. His relatives live there. They took out in a gurney a 15-year-old. She was already dead. A 70-year-old. Very critical condition. She eventually died, and the preliminary investigation, because they are doing investigation as to what started the fire, but they found out that the smoke detectors, carbon monoxide, were expired. So very important to make our clients and friends and relatives and those around us aware of that, because now I'm afraid that the insurance is not going to pay. That two people died, and then the house has that issue. Is very critical.
So how do they know that they expired?
The fire department, I guess, when they went in there, they were checking to see if they had the smoke detectors, carbon monoxides. That was the preliminary that came out in the news, and that's one thing they found out, that those things were already expired. They were not working.
Oh.
That's what they said. They were not working. So I'm assuming they were expired. So just to keep on everyone on their toes and keep their friends and relatives on their toes too, because I know a lot of people, they get annoyed by the noise they make and they shut them down.
Disconnected.
But they need to make sure that they're in working condition, and they got if they're the battery and not the 10-year, they gotta make sure that those are still working, because if they disconnect them, then things like this could happen, and there goes the insurance,
Yeah, wow.
Yeah.
Really.
So that's it.
Very sad, very sad.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. Thank you for the information, Sylvia.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Very useful. Yeah. Hope that other agents are aware of that. Okay. Anybody else who want to say anything? Comments? Okay. If not, I will call Michelle to tell us about the listing and the sales of the office last week.
Hi, good morning,
Michelle,
everybody. So we'll go over the new escrows, and so the first one is 230 South Garfield Avenue in Monterey Park. That is a commercial lease. That's Shumay and Harrison. 1437 Greenfield Avenue in Los Angeles, 1.2 million. Listing agent is Emilio Campos, and it's sold by an outside broker. It's residential. 168 South Monterey Street, number 310 in Alhambra. Nina Shu represents both sides, dual at 825,000. It's a condo. Another condo at 419 North Chandler Avenue, number 308 for 680, represented by Nina Shu and Tatiana Dang, sold by an outside broker. 2706 Padre Avenue in Los Angeles. That is a residential, 730,000. Listing agent is Karina Pang, sold by an outside broker. 1135 Cornett in Pasadena, listed by Amy Wang, sold by an outside broker, residential at 1.445. and this is a lease. Michael Chan is a dual agent on that at 19271 Kalima Road, number G in Roland Heights, $4,700 a month. 1052 Conchita Street in Altadena. That is land at $570,000, and the selling agent is Helen Lee. The new listings, 2640 Washington Avenue in El Monte. That is a lease for Gary Lee, and it's $3,600 a month. 1014 Curtis Lane, number A, Alhambra. That's a lease. Christine Finn, $2,100 a month. 1251 North Lake Avenue in Pasadena. That's a business opportunity. $85,000 by Emilio Campos. 1437 Greenfield in Chico. I can't read it. I'm sorry. Los Angeles, 2.4 million. That's residential, and that's Emilio Campos. 50 Mountain Street, Pasadena. Amy Wang, residential, $725,000. For closed, we have 419 North Chandler, number 412, closed at 685 Nina and Tatiana, where the listing agent sold by an outside broker. 12214 Garvey Avenue, Almonte. Vejo sold a commercial building at 1.450. 1340 West 37th Street in Los Angeles, 3.650. Sold by Shumay and Harrison Cam, residential income. 19271 Kalima Road, number G. That is a lease. And that was Michael Chan, represented both sides. So great week. Thank you, everybody, for all your hard work and effort.
Wonderful. Thank you very much, Michelle. Yes. Do we have anybody that we missed? A new listing or new escrows that's not listed here? Or any reduction in price or anything that you want to pitch for your own listings? Any new open houses? Time to speak up. Anybody? No? Okay. If not, then I'll go right into my presentation. Let me see. Let's see. I'm going to share with you how to use the red form in different situations. As you know that the CAR has released the new form in December 2025. And one of them is the red form, which is the realtor's acknowledgement and the disclosure. And this is a very useful form, and it serves many purposes. And that's why specifically the CAR has issued some quick guides on the red forms. And there are several quick guides on that. I'm going to just, kind of summarize it so that you can use it in a useful way. And it's very simple. And it's just a one-page form, but it's very useful in disclosing the information to your clients, which is mandated by the new law, even the new law or the new DRE regulations. So let me see. So basically, the red form are consisting of three parts. The first part is the acknowledgement that you are the realtor or you are not the realtor, because it makes a difference. If you are the realtor, you can transact and do business as a real estate agent. But if you are not a realtor, then there's a different story. Then a lot of things that you cannot do. And the second part is as a guideline on how a principal can seek assistance when they are having difficulty with their agent, which is summarized in paragraph 2 of the form. And then the third part is the other disclosures that tells you a different situation where you can use the form to do the disclosure to everybody, including your clients. And so the situation where you can do the red form to do this disclosure is, first of all, paying for referral or getting paid or making a referral. Third is the disclosing the ownership interest in a property. And the fourth situation is the disclosure for receiving compensation from multiple sources. So those are the four important situations where you can use the red form. And it's very easily delineated in one-page form, very clear, and you just have to check the boxes, and that will save you a lot of guesswork, and it's very comprehensive. Okay, so the first situation is where you can use the red form to pay for referral. Now, as you know that being a realtor, you can pay referral to the other realtors, but yet those governed by both the California law as well as the federal law, which is the RESPA law, and also thirdly, it's also governed by the Article 2 of the NAR Code of Ethics. So even for referral between the realtors, you have to follow the regulations in those three areas. As you know, you can always share commission with the fellow realtors, but then the compensation or the money has to be channeled through the broker of the company. If you are not a broker, okay. If you are a salesperson, all those money has to channel through the brokerage. The money has to go through the brokerage, and then you go to the salesperson. Now, if you are a real estate broker and you have your broker's license, and you can use your broker's license to channel the money, but beware that if you're using your own broker's license, then your E&O, you have to have an E&O to cover the activities that you're generating. Okay, so make sure that you don't miss that, because if you don't have the E&O under your broker's license, and if you get in trouble, our company cannot help you on any way, because you're using your own broker's license. But if you're a salesperson, then everything has to go through the company, the brokerage license number. Okay, so now if you are sharing referral fees with the non-licensed real estate people, then it's governed by the RESPA rules, and which can be complicated. It depends on the different situation and whether the property is residential, 4 units or less, and whether it's commercial and all that kind of things. Which I have gone through that in other sessions. Those are more complicated, which I'm not going to go through that today. So when you are giving the referral, you have to disclose it according to the federal law and RESPA law and the Article 2 of the NAR. It has to be clearly disclosed. So the way to use it is very simple, and they have a particular section which I told you is on section paragraph 3 for other disclosure, and particular section that pertinent to this disclosure is section 3C. As you can see, I have an excerpt from the section 3C of the red form. If you are giving out referral fees, you check the box. You check the box right here, and then they'll tell you that you're acknowledging that you are the broker, and you're either receiving or paying at the closing of escrow a referral fee, or receiving a commission, a rebate, or a profit on expenditures, or if you are not in violation of the RESPA, receiving a financial benefit for recommending real estate products or services. And so depends on the situation, you check the 3 boxes. Only you check either the receiving compensation or paying the compensation. So in this case, if you are giving compensation, then you check this box, and then you disclose that your broker is paying compensation to another brokerage company, which you have to write it here. And then for the compensation amount, you either have a definite amount or a definite percentage of gross commissions earned by the broker representing the client in the resulting transaction. So it's pretty easy. All you have to do is check the boxes and fill out the names that you are paying the referral fees to. Okay, and then if you are making a referral and you're receiving referral fees, the process is very similar. You complete the section 1 by acknowledging you are the realtor, and then you go right to section 3C. It is a similar, exactly the same as when you're paying the referral fees, except that you at this point you check the receiving compensation. So you check this box, and then you put down my broker is being paid by whoever, which brokerage firm is, or which broker that you are receiving the compensation, and then you disclose what the compensation amount is, or percentage of the gross compensation is. Okay. So it's very simple. Now, and if you are trying to disclose an ownership interest in the property, you can do that as well. As you know that the Business and Professional Code section 1017770 provides for disciplinary action against a buyer's agent who fails to disclose to the buyer clients the nature and extent of the agent's direct or indirect ownership interests of the properties. And also the Article 4 of the NE Code of Ethics also require the realtor to disclose any relationship with the property in writing. So both the law as well as the rule of regulation of NAR mandated the disclosure of the ownership interest in the property. In other words, if you are the owner of the property, or if you are related to the owner of the property in a substantial way, you have to disclose it and make sure that everybody understands it, make sure everybody knows it, and make sure that everything is transparent. And so you can use the red form to disclose it very clearly. And that section is section 3B of the red form. And this is an excerpt from the section 3B. It says, if you have the potential ownership interest in the property, you check this box, and then you're disclosing that you are either selling or leasing a property, or contemplating a purchase of or lease of a property, either on behalf of yourself or a member of the immediate family, or the brokerage firm identified below, or any broker agent, or any entity which you or your immediate family member have the legal interest, or other persons related by blood or marriage, or lastly, any other person with whom I have a special relationship. In other words, if the owner of the property is your business partner in any way, either in real estate investment or in business, you should disclose it. And if it is related to you by marriage or blood, and your cousin or your your brother-in-law or sister-in-law, you have to disclose it as well, and make sure that everybody understands it. Now, this, I think they should have a name there, but nevertheless, they don't have a place to put the name of the person who has a substantial ownership and interest in the property. But I think you can disclose it in the escrow, instruction or in the escrow paper. I'm sure that later on, if they discover that they should put the name down on this form, they'll update it somehow. But now, but I don't see any place where you can put the name or the relationship to that particular entity or person, in this transaction. And okay, then lastly, you can use the form to disclose whether you are receiving any compensation from other sources. As you know, that this Article 7 of NAR Code of Ethics prohibits a realtor from accepting compensation for more than one party unless it is disclosed and get the consent of the principal. Now, after the lawsuit, now it is mandatory that it has to be in writing, and you have to list all the sources of the compensation, and make sure that everybody understands it, make sure it's transparent. Otherwise, you'll be in violation of Article 7 of the NAR Code of Ethics, as well as the settlement agreement of the NAR lawsuits. So be very careful. And usually it's also disclosed in the BRBC form, but nevertheless, it doesn't hurt to, even though it's disclosed in the BRBC, it never hurts to disclose it again in then our AD form, which is very concise and what is in one page, and then when you go over the page, that will remind you that you have to disclose income or compensation from multiple sources, so you'll never miss it. So this is a double check or safety feature for disclosing all the compensation. Otherwise, if you don't, then you're in violation of Article 7 of NAR Code of Ethics. Okay. So the way that you disclose it is, you go to finish accomplish that Section 1B and declare you're the realtor, and then you go to Section 3A, and where this is an excerpt from the Section 3A of the red form. So if you're receiving compensation from multiple sources, you check this box, very easy, and then you declare that if it's not already disclosed in the agreement signed by my client, or otherwise I am being compensated for my service from multiple sources, then you list that the multiple sources of payments, whether it's from the buyer or the seller or house provider, a landlord or tenant or broker, and all the other sources, and the name of the person or the brokers that you're receiving the compensation from. Now, you see that this does not have the amount mentioned at all in this section, but I'm sure that you have to mention it in the escrow instruction. Maybe later on they will update this form by including the amount, but right now they don't have the amount there. Nevertheless, this is the way that you disclose compensation from multiple sources. So In short, this red form is very useful and it's very concise and very easy to use. And I think it's included in the checklist, right, Michelle?
Yes,
Am I correct?
yes.
Okay, so it's included in the checklist, so you never miss it. Use it, and if you have any question about the form, you can go to Michelle or me, and we can help you with that. Okay. Okay, that's all I have to share today. Any question regarding the form in any way?
I got some question on that, Peter. Going
Okay,
back
buddy.
to that first part of that section 3, we have 3 items to choose from. Can you please go back to that screen?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Um,
Okay, let's go. I'll go back there. Okay, which one?
the first part of that section 3. This one. Hold on, go back there.
Okay,
This one,
3C.
yes.
Okay.
On this form, on this page itself, my broker is being paid by, who do we put, the name or the designation of the person?
No, the broker, the company. If it is
Okay, yeah. For
if it's a
example, my broker
company
is being paid by the
by
salary.
High-Ten George Realty, or if they are using a brokers instead of a company, you put the broker's name.
Okay, okay. And if it is a person, you put the person's name or you put the
Right.
designation. For example,
Yeah.
if it was the seller that's paying you, so I just put seller.
Yeah. Yeah. No, but usually it's a referral fee, so it shouldn't be the seller. It should not. It should be the broker.
Yes. Oh, okay. No,
The
okay.
seller, the seller is different. The seller is the commission. This is a referral fees.
Uh-huh.
It only to pertain to the referral fees, not the commission itself.
Okay. And this form is being presented to the buyers too, to both parties? Is it?
You have to disclose it to both parties, everybody.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Any more questions? Anybody? Okay, now, if no question, I would like to adjourn this section of the meeting. As you know that we'll have another tag on 15 minutes, right? 15, 20 minutes for Michelle and I to stay on. For anybody who has further questions regarding anything. And the other section will not be recorded. So,
Right.
yeah.
Okay.
So anybody have any question before I adjourn the first session? First section of the meeting, okay? No?
Thank you, Peter.
Hi.
Thank you, Peter.
Okay, yeah,
Thank
you're
you
welcome.
all.
Yeah,
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Sylvia. Okay, then
Okay,
I'll see you
bye-bye.
guys, and for those who want to stay behind, and Michelle and I will be here to answer your questions.
Okay, I'm going to stop the recording and we'll see you on the other side for those who are staying.